Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're starting off with the Marc Jacobs and the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I've already done this and set my base. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. And I am dipping into the shade Root Canal, and I'm going to take this color all over my face. I'm pretty much just going to use it as a bronzer. So anywhere I would normally bronze, this is where I'm going to put that color. I'm taking it all the way up into my temples, around my forehead, and then kind of blending it into my hairline so there's not such a dramatic change. Had to dust that powder off there. I'm also taking this color under my jawline. I'm going to start blending these shades down my neck one by one. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my chest or my neck area, so I kind of just blended it all together so it wasn't so dramatic of a change between my neck and my chest. So next I'm dipping into the shade Cavity, and I'm going to start blending that in with the purple shade. Just morphing those two colors together. I'm trying to create like a ombre effect with these colors. Seeing it on video now, they kind of just look the same, but in person you could tell the difference. And then just blending that color onto my neck as well, mixing it in with that purple shade too. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, it worked for me. Taking the shade Foolish in the Carnival XL Pro palette, and then I'm gonna just start blending that in with the Cavity shade. The Foolish is more of like a peachy pink color. I thought I would just add some more dimension to this look, and I'm gonna blend that all on my cheekbones and on my forehead and just blend those in with those other colors. Next, I'm taking the shade Root Canal again, and I'm gonna start contouring my nose with this. I figured fairies, I was kind of going for like a fairy look with this, fairy inspired look. And from the pictures I seen, their noses were really defined and really sharp. But when I was doing this, I realized that I wanted to do something different with my nose. So this kind of gets covered up anyways. You can still see part of it. But I'm just contouring my nose just with that same purple shade. And then a little bit under my lip, just to give my lips a little bit more of a pout. Taking my loose face setting powder and then a Morphe sponge, and I'm just carving out where I laid down that purple. This is just going to give me a stronger cheekbone. It's going to make that line more defined and clean it up a bit. Same with my nose. It got a little messy on there, so I figured I would try and sharpen it up a little bit. Next, I'm taking the shade Not My Journey from the Jaclyn Hill 2 palette, and I'm starting to fill that halfway into my brow. I wanted to create an ombre brow with this as well. So just filling that in, and then the same with the other side. Then I'm dipping into the shade Tipsy Girl, which is the bright pink in the palette, and I'm going to start putting that towards the front of my brow. I'm going to blend it into the purple so it has a more gradient effect. I'm putting most of the product towards the middle where the purple connects, and then I'm making it go lighter towards the front of the brow so it gives that more ombre look. Then I'm just dusting away that bake, getting rid of it. We don't want it there anymore. It's done. So this is where I wanted to do something different with my nose. I dipped into the shade Cavity from the Jeffree Star palette, and then I started to blend that on my nose and connect it to my cheeks. I kind of wanted it to look like I was sun-kissed, like a sun-kissed fairy. But the more I look at it, the more I realize I just look sunburnt. But, I mean, it all kind of worked out in the end. I know it looks a little crazy right now, but trust me, it'll all work out. So I'm taking the Anastasia Dip Brow. I use this for my eyebrows, and a really defined brush, and I'm just going to start putting faux freckles in there. I thought that would be like a cute little touch, you know, sun-kissed, you gotta have some freckles, right? You gotta be a cute fairy. Or not, be an evil fairy. You do you, boo. And then I'm just tapping that out with my finger to make them blend into the skin a little bit more. So next I'm taking the shade Dance Party in the Jaclyn Hill 2 palette, and I'm going to start blending that all over my eye. There's really no rhyme or reason with this part. I'm just getting it on there and then just smoking it out. I'm not being too precise with this because I don't want it to look too perfect. I'm also going to go ahead and start blending that into the front of my brow. I'm going to start flicking it out to start to create like a wing shape. We're going to cut this crease, so I wanted to drag that color out to make it look, to make my eyes look more, what's the word I'm looking for? To make my eyes look longer. Man, voiceovers are hard. This is so weird. This is my first voiceover, and it's a little difficult. So just the same with the other eye, just flicking that shade out to create that wing. Then I'm dipping back into the shade Not My Journey, and I'm going to start deepening up that color. I'm putting it in my crease and just pulling it up just a little bit, and I'm also going to wing that shade out as well. I just wanted it to look a little bit more defined and not so flat. So we're going to start cutting our crease, and I'm taking the Revlon Candid Concealer, and I'm cutting my crease like I normally do, just taking it above my natural crease line. And I'm taking that all the way out to the end, and then I'm going to start to create a wing with the cut crease. So I'm just filling it in right here, just getting it ready. So I'm dipping into the shade Cavity again, and I'm just gonna put that all over the crease. That's gonna be my main color here. So next I'm taking the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just putting that all in the crease line. And mine has become really liquidy. I think it's getting old. So I have to do 2 coats with this color. These liners are so great. They're by Urban Decay. It's their heavy metal glitters. These are wonderful glitters. Highly, highly recommend. So I dipped back into the shade Tipsy Girl from the Jaclyn Hill 2 palette, and I'm just putting that in my lower lash line. And then again with Not My Journey, I'm just going to start putting that under the pink. Next, I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. If anybody remembers this and you used it, comment down below. This stuff was the boss, and it still is. So I'm just lining my eyes with that to give my eyes a more open and wider effect. Oh, and now I'm putting on mascara. I jump around in this video a lot, guys. I'm sorry. This is kind of like my first time doing something like this. So if I get too focused on one section, it drives me insane. So I just like to jump around and work with other areas of my face. Next, I'm taking my Coty Airspun Loose Face Highlight in the shade Snow Much Ice, and I'm going to start highlighting with that everywhere. Fairies are very sparkly and glittery and glowy and beautiful. So we're going to put that highlight everywhere. The tops of the cheeks, above the brow, on the forehead, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, everywhere. Don't be shy with this. Put it everywhere. Ooh, look at that glow. So next I'm taking the e.l.f. glitter in Disco Queen, and I'm just packing that on to the temples, just to give myself a little extra glow, a little extra sparkle. So I started taking some rhinestones, and I'm going to line my eyebrows with these. I used, what did I use? I used the Duo Lash Glue, and I have the black one, and I don't recommend the black one. It works. It's perfectly fine. It's not the product, but the black one doesn't dry clear. It dries black. But I didn't have the white one. So if you're going to do something like this, I do recommend using the white glue, but it still worked just as good. So here I decided that my eyebrows weren't giving me what I wanted. So I'm taking my NYX glitter glue and I'm just putting that into my brow and then putting some glitter on there. So first I'm putting purple glitter. And then I'm gonna dip into a pink glitter I have and put that at the front of my brow. So here I'm putting in the pink glitter and just blending it into the purple glitter as much as I can. So I decided to put some smaller rhinestones in the corner of my eye just to give them a little bit more something. Look at me checking myself out like I'm somebody. Get out of here. So I'm taking some individual lashes and I'm gonna start placing those under my eyes to give myself bigger eyes. I want bigger eyes, okay? So I took a pair of lashes and I just cut them up into sections because I don't have individual lashes. So that's what I did for that. And then I'm just putting my normal lashes on the tops. I actually ended up double stacking these lashes to make them more voluminous. Same with the other side. Look at those babies. So I'm taking this MAC lipstick. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll link it down below. And I'm gonna start lining the outer half of my lips. I'm only bringing this shade in halfway, and then I'm gonna fill in the rest. So I'm just lining it with a really small defined brush. I love this MAC lipstick, you guys. It is so freaking pretty. So I'm just filling it in here. And then I'm gonna take the Jeffree Star lipstick and Jeffree What the You Know What. And then I'm gonna start blending that in. Today was about ombre, apparently. And I'm just gonna start blending that out with my finger to make it look a little bit more seamless. And putting another rhinestone in the center. I thought this was a cute little touch. And of course, adding some more highlight because why not? And that is pretty much it for this look, you guys. I'm about to change into my wig. I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.